Hey guys, so I am finally sitting down to film memory keeping spreads for the 3 weeks of August that I haven't filmed. So this was the week that I'm doing now for memory keeping, so the week of August 7th through the 13th, and this was the day we got possession of the house. So yeah, this was actually a pretty chill week in terms of everything that's like been going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with Simply Gilded washi. I'm gonna be using this foiled chevron and then the black and rose gold marble. I just wasn't wild about the zebra black and white washi that came with this kit, so I'm pulling in some other stuff, and there's kind of like a greenish tint in the background of this, if I can find where it starts. So I thought that would work really well for this kit. I feel very like out of sorts in terms of planning. I had sat down and planned like 2 weeks all at once in my other planner for like the 2 weeks of kind of moving stuff and house stuff, because I just had so many appointments going on. And then I didn't really plan because all my planner, like my kits were still packed up. I only planned like last week on Saturday. So like the week was pretty much over by the time I sat down to plan. And then I did at the same time plan this week, but there's way less going on. I'm going to talk more about like the actual moving and like all that kind of stuff in the weeks where it's relevant. That way I'm not repeating myself in every video. But yeah, it's just been basically since we've been moved in, there's just been so much going on. I don't even know where to start with this kit. I feel like sometimes when I use the mystery kits, I'm just like overwhelmed by how much stuff there is. I don't even know where to start. Okay, let's narrow this down. Do I want to use these? Sure, we'll start with the black. I'll go this way. But yeah, it's been just overwhelming how much stuff there's been going on. I finally sat down and like opened all my Happy Mail, and I realized there's a couple things I know I got that I can't find, like my Once More with Love September Wacky Holidays. I know I got those, and I probably stuck them somewhere when I was packing. Like they were probably laying out and I probably put them in with something else, and I can't find them, but I know I opened that envelope, so I know I got them, but there's just like a lot of little things that I can't find because they probably like fell into something while I was packing, or you know. So it's been sort of a pain trying to find stuff. I did get my lights set up, but I don't think I'm going to be able to leave my lighting set up all the time up here. So I'm going to have to like see if I can just store these maybe in one of the closets like at the end, so I don't have to like build my lights every time I want to film, because that would be very annoying. So I'm going to go across with the glitter headers. So far, I mean, the house has been good. I really like the house. There's just been a lot of like unanticipated issues that like I'll go into more in other videos, but like since we've moved in, something like one of the burners on the gas stove doesn't work, and I have like cleaned it out and like did all the stuff that like it said to do to make sure that there wasn't like food blocking like the air intake little thing, and I've done like everything I can. So I need to like get someone to come out and look at it. But it's just like all this house stuff gets so expensive. Whereas with like an apartment, you can just call like maintenance and be like, hey, my stove isn't working. And then they come over while you're at work and take care of it. And like, whereas when you're in a house that you own, you have to be the one to like call, and you have to find like a repair person, because obviously we didn't buy the stove, so it's not like, you know, it came with the house, so it isn't like we have a warranty on it or something. I don't know. I need to like call my realtor, because it might be covered under, there's like a 1-year warranty kind of thing on the house that like the sellers offered, like that if there's something like we move in and like there's something horribly wrong, that way like it isn't like, oh, they tricked us into thinking like something was working and it wasn't, that some of that stuff is covered. So I need to like talk to my realtor, because one of the burners definitely doesn't work, and it's like the smaller one for like smaller pans and like my tea kettle and stuff, so it's just really annoying. I'm gonna put this over here, but I think I'm gonna, where's the weekend banner? I don't even remember how to plan. I'm like, ooh, I might put some washi under here first. I'm gonna grab some of the solid washi, if I can find it. Because I can't find anything. I don't even know what I'm doing. Nope, I don't want to take that much off. No. Okay. So yeah, it's just like a lot going on. I've been posting on Instagram the past few days. I finally, like, my office was kind of the last space to get unpacked because it's upstairs, like the attic, and I filmed before like any of the work got started on the house, like an empty walkthrough, and then I'm gonna film now that everything is, like, once everything's kind of set up. I mean, I could do like, I'm not really wild about those. They're not my favorite. Okay, let's do this. So it was just a lot of, what was I saying? Oh, I got like the kitchen unpacked before we even fully moved in, just because I was here so many days for like work people while I was in the house, like while people were doing things. We had already brought over like all of the kitchen stuff in boxes, so I was able to have the kitchen pretty much entirely unpacked before we moved in, which was really nice, because that's like, I think I've moved a lot of times, and I personally find that the kitchen is the hardest to set up because there's so many little pieces, parts, and there has to be like a functionality to it, and like every kitchen layout is different. So like, oh, if I'm standing at the stove, I need to be able to reach like these utensils or my measuring cups or my measuring spoons, and like, you know, spices and cooking oils and my pots and pans, and making sure like all those things, you know, it just takes a lot of like mental energy to have like figure out your kitchen layout of where you're going to put everything in the drawers and cabinets and stuff. So I had like almost all of that done before we even moved in, other than like 2 boxes, but I knew like where I was going to put like our dinner plates. You know, I had like an empty shelf where I was like, okay, this is where our dinner plates are going to go. So it was like mentally not difficult to unpack those things. But, and like our bedroom, you know, was pretty much set up, because our bedroom really only has our bed and like nightstands and my vanity in it, because like the master bath kind of space is up here. They were using this as their master bedroom, like this upstairs area, but the AC doesn't really get up here, so we would have had to buy like we're gonna buy like a window unit for next year, or buy one now, and just keep it in the basement until next year. And also there's no door on it, which is like weird for a master bedroom, and we have guests over a lot, and I was like, That would be really uncomfortable to not be able to close your bedroom door, and like for your guests to be like, you wouldn't be able to have a private conversation, and like I'd feel weird like getting changed in my room. You know, just that like sort of wigged me out, because we seriously, like, there's some months we have someone staying with us every weekend, because all of our siblings except for Joe's sister, but like all 4 of our brothers live out of town, our parents live out of town, all of our close friends live out of town. So people come to stay with us a lot, and so that isn't just like, oh, twice a year. That would be like, it could be like, you know, every weekend. Not every month is like that, but there's some months like during the summer when like our siblings that are still in school like are home for summer break. They're here a lot, and like I want to be able to close the door so I can like have a private conversation with my husband, and like not have my brother-in-law like standing at the bottom of the stairs able to hear everything, you know what I mean? Like, or my brother or whatever. So TLDR, the upstairs, because that's like where the big bathroom is and where the walk-in closets, we put all of our clothing up here. So like my dresser's up here and Joe's clothes are up here, and like all of our bathroom stuff is in this bathroom up here, because it's like the biggest bathroom and it's really nice, and there's 2 huge walk-in closets. And it actually works out kind of well, because Joe, like in residency, sometimes he works weird shifts, or when he works overnights, he's like able to get ready and not wake me up. You know, if he comes home at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm asleep, he can come up here and take a shower and like put on pajamas and not keep me up the whole time. Whereas in our apartment, where the bathroom was off of the bedroom, when that sort of stuff happened, it would like wake me up and keep me up, and then I wouldn't be able to fall back asleep. I should probably like keep putting down stickers while I'm rambling about this. So yeah, it's honestly been like nice having the bathroom up here, and then like, so our bedroom didn't take very long to get set up, except for the curtains, which I hung up not yesterday, but like 2 days ago on Saturday, because today's Monday, Labor Day. On Saturday, I hung up the curtains. But on, just because I knew that was going to take like a longer time, so I waited until I knew I was going to have like a whole afternoon in case something went wrong. And so our bedroom is like pretty much all set up. We did order a new coffee table, and then the ottoman that we were using, it was like one of those like tufted storage ottomans, like it's a rectangle. It was like the Nate Berkus one from Target. So we're gonna put that in our bedroom, like at the foot of our bed or under the window for like storage for extra blankets and pillows, because there's only one really tiny closet in that room, and it like doesn't have shelves or anything. So right now there's just like a pile of blankets on the bottom of the floor. And also our linen closet doesn't have any shelves in it, because the shelves that were in there were super gross and dirty and warped, and they were like wooden shelves that were put in, I think, when the house was built in 1953, and they had like really gross stained wallpaper on them. And so I like got the shelves out of there, but I need to go buy, you know, like the Closet Made kind of like wire rack sort of things to like hang. I know Rubbermaid has a system. I just don't know if it'll be narrow enough for that closet, because that closet's only about 2 feet wide. So I have to go into like a Lowe's or Home Depot and actually talk to someone and figure it out. Or I might, there's like a closet downstairs that doesn't have a door on it, like at the back door that's open, and we had them paint it, but there's no like shelving or anything in it. So I was thinking about like in the next couple months having like a California closets kind of thing, like have someone come out and custom make cabinets for like that space, and then maybe have them do like the linen closet too, just because I want it to look nice, because it's open. And right now I have a bookshelf in there that I put liner on that has all of our shoes and stuff on it, but I want something that's a little more functional and, you know, nicer looking, because it's sort of like the landing area when you come in from like the door that's closest to the garage. It's like, it would be nice to have like some like shoe racks on the bottom, or like a storage drawer, or, you know, to put like gloves and that sort of thing in there, and, you know, have it like look nice for people who are walking by. Since, I don't know, I feel like I need to like justify being like, oh, I want to have custom closets done. I'm not like talking about like the fancy stuff, but just like something basic, like white laminate, kind of mudroom feel sort of stuff. But that would be like a couple months from now, because moving is expensive. So that is just a fact of life, and there's always costs that come up that you don't think about. Like we had, once we like got the house, I went downstairs and they had a bunch of stuff in there in the basement. Like a lot of stuff was in the basement, like junk, and they had so much stuff. That blew my mind, because I'm like kind of a minimalist, except for when it comes to stickers, but for everything else I'm just like, throw it away, throw it away, throw everything away. And they had like so much stuff in their basement. But when we had like crawl space work done, I think I sort of like talked about that, the drums with the crawl space and getting the crawl space redone. Why is my, because the crawl space wasn't waterproofed, so they like had to get it waterproof before we closed on the house. But from when that was redone, because they had to drill, like jackhammer out the floor of the crawl space and they re-poured the cement, there was like dirt, like mud dirt, not just like dust, like mud all over the floor of the basement, and like the laundry areas down there, and there was like mud around where the washer and dryer were gonna go, and like thick mud, and like where we live, the soil is mostly clay, so it was like that brown orange stuff that's just like, it was caked all over everything. And I seriously I was like so stressed out about everything else, I almost started like crying. I was like hyperventilating, so I'm like, I don't even know, how do you clean a basement? So we ended up like hiring someone, like a professional team, to come out and clean the basement, because it was so bad. It took like 8 guys like 4.5 hours to get it clean, and they like had all the professional tools to do it. I'm like, I would have never been able to do that. So it was worth the money. The basement is like spotless. It's the cleanest basement I've ever had in a house I've lived in. And before this, every house I've lived in has been new construction. So that says something. It's sparkling. So it's nice, especially because that's where the laundry is. But that was like, you know, an unexpected, you know, I wasn't expecting to like pay to have the basement, you know, cleaned. And there's been like a couple other things, like the, what am I thinking of? Like I'm gonna have to get someone to come out and look at the stove because the burner isn't working, and we had to get the carpets cleaned, and we're gonna have to get the vents cleaned, because that's been like the probably like the most inconvenient thing since moving in. I'm like really allergic to something in this house, and I don't know what it is. They had a dog. The people that lived here before had a dog, and I'm like allergic to dogs. Like the first night we slept here, I woke up the next day and my eyelids were so swollen that like I looked like I had been sobbing for like hours. You know how like your face gets all puffy when you cry, or at least mine does. Like my eyelids looked like they were blistered. And like I've been having trouble breathing in the house and stuff. And like I said, we got the carpets cleaned because we knew they had a dog. And there were like some, even though the carpets are like almost brand new, there were still like a couple small pet stains. And then, so I have someone coming out like this week on Wednesday morning to get the vents cleaned, like all the duct work and stuff on the inside, because I'm guessing there's probably like dog fur and dander and stuff in the vents, and that's like the only part of the house that hasn't been deep cleaned. And I'm guessing there's something like, you know, if they haven't been cleaned in a while, like I'm guessing that's probably what's causing me to have really bad allergies in the house, which has been It's gotten a little better, but it's still just like, I get really bad like inner ear itching, and like when I leave the house for a little bit, it gets better, and then I come home and then within a half an hour I'm just like sneezing uncontrollably. So yeah, it's like made sleeping kind of annoying. Like it's gotten a little better the past couple days, but it's still just like I never feel 100% when I'm at home, and that sucks. So that's been like the biggest pain in the butt in terms of moving things. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, so like now that I've like been rambling, I'm not even planning, I'm just like flipping through stickers. So this day, Monday, all I had marked was that it was a lazy day. So I'm gonna get a half box and put that down, and let's see if there's like, does she have an icon sort of thing for a lazy day? I think not. I'm gonna get stickers. I'm like really peeved that I can't find my September wacky holidays. I'm like really ticked off at myself. I'm gonna like find them like 4 months from now, shoved in some really stupid place. I'm gonna be like, I don't even know. I guess I can always add them to my planner then, because it's not like anything else goes in that spot. Let's see. I think it's in me time. Yes. So we'll put that down. Where are my pens? Do I have one in my? Yes, I have one up here. Because this was a lazy day. I'm probably gonna have to like, because I found a bunch of, I was hoping they were in with these, but they weren't, because this is from a different order. These were like Once More with Love stickers that I'd ordered that I couldn't find, which like this has basically been me since we moved in, which is too real right now. But they weren't, like I thought I put all of my like loose stickers that I hadn't put in binders yet, I thought I put them all in like one spot, but then I was thinking about it and I remember opening, because all I'd ordered were like 2 sheets of the September Wacky Holidays and one of those like Once More with Love and like the Wonton in a Million, like the decal sticker. Those were the only 3 things in that order, and I remember opening it at work. So I'm wondering if it's like in my tote bag, like my work bag, which I haven't gone through at all, or if it's like mixed in with my mail or something. I mean, 'cause that was like a month ago. I don't even know. I don't know. And then Tuesday was just like a wine night. And I got my period. So that happened. I know I have period stickers. I'll use a period teardrop thingy, like blood drops from Sweet Kawaii Design. Did I like shove them in here? I'm like wondering if I like put them in one of my accordions in like a weird place. I don't even know like what my brain was thinking. I just got to the point where I was like, I don't care about anything. Oh, and I should probably, let's do wine stickers. I'll do this sticker from Once More with Love. I don't even know where my undo is. I know I've seen it somewhere, but I feel like it's downstairs or something stupid. And then Wednesday, I just need to put down a 3-heart checklist for cleaning. I'll do that, and then I'm gonna grab, I'll actually do, yeah, I'll do a glitter header. I'll leave like the normal headers alone. I'll just write to clean. And that would be sink, table, orchids. And then I had a migraine I like had so many migraines in August, or like I had like one that just wouldn't quit for like 4 days. Was that in August or was that the end of July? I feel like that was in August. I don't even remember. Yeah, and then I had like headaches with my period. I want to say like, yeah, because I came home early from work on Wednesday. I just had like such a bad headache that whole week. And then on the next week I had a stomach bug. Like I thought it was just like an IBS flare up, and then it lasted for like 5 days. It was like by the 5th day I was like, yeah, I definitely like had a stomach bug. Like an intestinal bug, whatever, but that was super not fun. And then the week after that I got a cold and I was sick like that whole week, so I've just been feeling like shit. Now my allergies are horrible, so apparently this video is just like a bitch fest, so I haven't filmed a video in forever, so I'm just like, ah! Headache, that's what I was doing. I'll do this with the flag. I'll do a black flag. And then on Thursday, nothing. Apparently I didn't do anything. And Friday, okay. What did one of these days I went and bought paint. I bought that on Tuesday. Okay. I was like trying to remember. I went and bought paint samples to like figure out what colors I wanted the house to be painted. So Friday was super busy. There was nothing on Thursday. Friday I had 2 bills due. And then Joe was on call and my cousin Clara came over and spent the night, and we like had a girls' night and watched a bunch of movies, and I made dinner and cheesecake, and we just had a good old time because she was going back to school. She goes to OSU, but she lives around here, so let's see, what was I? Okay, this was electric, and then credit card. So I'm gonna grab my Planner Kate doctor stickers. I feel irrationally bad because I haven't ordered from Planner Kate in a while, but I haven't ordered from her because I have so many stickers from her and I've been like trying to use them up. And like I've been trying not to buy like duplicates and that sort of thing of like functional stickers. Like if I have a couple different versions of a sticker, do I really need like a bunch of other things? And I don't know, because I don't really do like monthly colors anymore. I feel like all the monthly stuff I have from her like serves as really good multicolor backup, and I don't know, but I feel really bad because I'm not ordering stuff because I don't like her stuff. It's just like I have so much of it and I don't want to like replicate what I already have, and I don't know, and I just like feel irrationally guilty about things that no person should feel guilty about. But I feel like I like always had Planner Kate stuff in all of my hauls. That's like the reason why I don't have Planner Kate stuff in hauls anymore. But I still like use her in pretty much every spread. So after that, I've gone on like 12 different rants in this video so far about completely unrelated subjects. I had a grocery pickup and also girls' night with Clara. So I'm actually gonna do both of the skinny little things there, and then for this, I'll do like the 2 munchkins with those. And for grocery pickup, I'm gonna use one of those that was from the Glam Planner Advent Calendar. And I think the grocery pickup was, the window was like from 12 to 1. Was it? No, it was 1 to 2. And then I didn't have anything written down for Saturday or Sunday, like at all. I don't think I used my planner for that weekend. But I do have my wacky holidays for August, and then I'll like fill in my to-do lists and all this stuff off camera because that'll just take too long, especially if I'm yakking away for my August. I accidentally used the wrong sheet, like my memory keeping sheet for one of the weeks of, ooh, that's really off center, of wacky holidays. So I have like one sheet with 1 week on it, but it was this week, so I can throw this away. I love throwing away finished sticker sheets. It's one of my favorite feelings. I feel very accomplished when I use up a whole sheet of stickers. Get that done. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the sidebar and my to-do lists, and then I'll be back to do deco. Okay, so on Friday I did forget to put like SPC new releases down, so I'm gonna, someone, like, I made a comment about like I hadn't noticed in one of my videos that it like says Payday on like her new kits now, and someone was like, oh, it always said Payday. No, it used to say SPC new releases. So I'm not crazy. I thought maybe I was crazy and I was like misremembering things, but I am not crazy. Well, I might be crazy, but I'm not crazy because of that. So I did watch Game of Thrones on Sunday, so I can put down a half box for that. There is a big gaping hole in my life now that Game of Thrones is over for a year and a half. but Westworld Season 2 will be out soon. Or like relatively soon. Game of Thrones, and that was it, because I worked on Saturday, which is probably why like I had nothing down on Saturday. Is there something else that I wanted to mark on here? I feel like when I was going through, I was like, oh, I should put this down. I don't remember. Alright, so then I just want to go ahead and deco. So I'm gonna do like my sort of normal style where I have like everything kind of up there overlapping. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be back. Okay, so last but not least, since I do have some big white areas down here, I wanted to use these big pieces of deco that I hadn't used anywhere else and put those down. So that was everything for this week. I didn't really use my planner a ton this week, which is why there isn't like a super ton in here, but also it was just like a really crazy week with getting stuff ready, like scheduling the movers and picking out like paint, which takes forever. So like it's easy to just write down like buy paint samples, but it took forever to figure out even which paint samples I wanted to buy, and then I had to like paint them, and I had to like hold them up against all my different like pieces of furniture and stuff and figure out what I liked. And oh, that was the other thing I was gonna put in here. We got possession of the house on Sunday. I might just put it up here so I don't like ruin the scene. Okay. I did schedule like a maid service to come through and clean the house just because it was so dirty when we got it. It was like pretty gross, and I just didn't have the time to like come over and spend an entire day cleaning because we had a pretty tight like schedule, and Joe was working crazy hours this whole time. So that was like another part of why it was just so hectic, because I was doing a lot of this stuff like myself, and it's just like, okay, I've never used a maid service before. I was like, for a one-time thing, it'll save so much stress, and it ended up being a really great thing. So I forgot I did that. I called them on Sunday and scheduled that. So yeah, that was everything for this week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this super duper rambly video, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys.